Hey everybody, it's been a while since I've done a video, and so I want to give you a breakdown of what has happened here in the Denver metro market in quarter one from January to March 2022. There's a lot of noise in the media of what is happening, and so I just want to give some data points. All the data that I'm providing is from the Denver Metro Association of Realtors, and so with that in mind, I want to jump into it. So I'm going to give you 3 points today. One is being the appreciation, the rate of growth that we're seeing so far in 2022. Two is the mortgage rates and what they're doing, what their potential impact is going to be here in the market. And then number 3, the inventory or the supply of homes for sale and what that means for home buyers and sellers. So let's jump right into it. Quarter one appreciation, we saw 13% appreciation. So January 1 of this year, the average home price sold for, the average home sold for $626,000 in Denver. April 1, that average sale price went up to $705,000. Incredible, almost $80,000 jump just in 3 months. But not surprising if you've been a home buyer in this market and you're seeing what you're having to compete against. The close to list ratio, meaning what a home sells for compared to what it was listed for, is 106%. So for a $500,000 home, if it's listed for that 500, it's closing for 530,000. So we're seeing an incredible amount of appreciation, 13% just in one quarter. With the stock market over the last 50 years, I believe the average is like 8% annually. So to have 13% in just one quarter is incredible. Now, with that said, it's important to know that in our market, the majority of the appreciation that happens usually happens between January to May. Over 90% of our appreciation happens in the first quarter and the first half of the second quarter. So that's important to know. I think it's going to start leveling off because it can't keep appreciating 13% every quarter. That would be insane. That would be 52% a year. That's just not going to happen. So we're going to see things start to level out. And a big part of that, and the big reason of that, is because mortgage rates are rising. So in January, the typical 30-year conventional mortgage rate was 3.5%. Now in April, our mortgage rates are climbing up close to 5%. They've been over 5% some days. It just depends on the day. Yesterday it was 4.9% for a 30-year conventional, but that's 1.5% on the mortgage rate. To give you a real world example of how that applies to a home buyer, if you have $50,000 saved up for your home, and you go to buy, and you say you want a $3,000 a month mortgage payment, back when the rate was 3.5%, your purchase price was, your purchasing power would get you a $510,000 home if everything else is equal on taxes and insurance. Now that mortgage rates are 5%, you have that same $50,000 to put down. If you want that $3,000 a month payment, your purchase price is now $460,000. So your purchasing power has gone down by $50,000 just in the first 3 months. So we're in this kind of phase for home buyers where we're seeing record appreciation, but now mortgage rates have jumped at the same time. It takes time for that to be reflected in the market. We're gonna see a slowdown in the competition for homes. One, because mortgage rates have gone up significantly, over 1% just in a quarter. That's decreased the purchasing power for buyers. But on the other side, for buyers, a good sign is that inventory is rising. That's the third point I want to talk about today. So inventory just in March, from February to March, went up 44% in the amount of new listings. That's also very typical in our market. We see from January to June or July where listings, the amount of homes going on the market go up, 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 up. And then in July, it kind of tops out. And then our inventory starts going back down into the fall and into January of next year. So the rising inventory is a good sign for buyers, not so good for sellers. because you're going to be competing with more listings. However, for home buyers who are really struggling in this market, that is a semblance of good light. On the other side, mortgage rates have gone up so significantly that you need to readjust your expectations. You could have got the $510,000 home in January. Now it's going to be that $460,000 home. So talk with your lender, understand what your purchasing power is today now that rates have gone up, and readjust your expectations. If you're thinking of selling your home, the best time to sell the home is between January and April. And if you miss that boat, it's okay. You're still in a very strong market. The amount of homes for sale in our market is over 2,000 for the first time since last November. But to put that in perspective, typically in March, the average amount of homes for sale that we see over the last 30 years is 13,000 homes. And we're just over 2,000 homes. So zooming out, we still have a supply shortage. However, it is growing from what we've seen with the historic lows in Q1. So what this means moving forward into the spring and summer, I think things will start to level out a little bit. We won't see perhaps maybe 10 to 15 offers on each listing. We'll probably see more like 2, 3, 4 offers on each listing, and maybe they won't be going that much higher over the list price. So that's important for you if you're looking to sell your home. Pricing matters, not overpricing. You don't want to overshoot it and chase the market down. You want the market to chase you up. So pricing matters now more than ever. I hope this was helpful. I hope I didn't overload you with too much data or too much information. If you have any questions, let me know anytime. Have a lovely day.